former WWE superstar Big Cass, also known as Cass XL, made his Impact Wrestling debut under the ring name Big Morrissey, W. Morrissey rather. The injured Eric Young was given the opportunity to select his own replacement for the Violent by Design match against Eddie Edwards, Cowboy James Storm, Chris Sabin, and Willie Mack, and he chose the returning Big Cass, now known as W. Morrissey. Young revealed that he had selected the artist formerly known as Big Cass. The match ended when Morrissey blocked a stunner and hit Willie Mack with a big boot, followed by an East River crossing for the victory. The 34-year-old wrestler was released, of course, by WWE back in 2018. He has spoken publicly about his issues with addiction, mental health problems, depression, and so on, and the efforts that he's gone to kind of mend that. So, Trevor, what do we think about Big Cass in Impact Wrestling? Can he be a difference maker? Can he be, reach that potential that we saw of him in WWE?
I saw a lot of potential in Big Cass. I like Big Cass. Honestly, to me, the worst thing about Big Cass was Enzo Amore. And that's saying a lot because I actually kind of liked Enzo on the mic. I did. I thought Enzo had great promos, but he was kind of annoying too. But I like Big Cass by himself. I think he's very talented, a lot of talent. It's interesting saying in 2021 that Impact Wrestling is a perfect place for somebody like Cass, but it kind of is. Him being there with guys like Eddie Edwards, James Storm, Eric Young, I think this is going to help him out a lot. And he looks good. He looks happy. He looks healthy. I saw him and Enzo talking on Instagram not too long ago about them maybe hooking up and doing something else, just for old time's sake. And honestly, to see them both together, see like both of their heads are clean, and in better places. It's good to see Cass back. It definitely is. As much as potential as he had, it's great to see him back.
Yeah, I agree. So for me, I thought that Big Cass, when he was in WWE, he really needed Enzo, especially in the beginning. I think he really needed Enzo because, if we're being honest, in the beginning, all he was a big guy who, yes, he was intimidating, but let's be honest, there wasn't much to him. He wore those bland tights. He was, back like he was jacked, but he didn't have the physique he has now. Obviously, that he just debuted with an Impact. So he really needed Enzo kind of to weigh him out. And, Enzo, I think, in a lot of ways needed him. Because I don't think he gets to the main roster without, Cass. I think they kind of need each other in that way. So I'm very excited to see what he does in Impact. I'm excited to see what he does, W. Morrissey. We got to get used to that name. It's an interesting name. It's his real name is William Morrissey. So I guess that's why they went with this.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting to see what he does because we haven't really seen him as a singles person in a while. Last time we saw him do that, I think, was 2018 with Daniel Bryan, or 2018 with Daniel Bryan. And that was right when he got fired for the proverbial attitude problems. He had a lot of heat backstage, and he's come out and said that a lot of that is due to his depression, his mental health, his addiction issues. So praise him, bless him. He got that figured out, hopefully, and he's getting to work. And what I love about him, like if you look at some of these pictures, right, that we have right in front of us, like the dude, he I think he kind of figured out some stuff about wrestling, right? Because yes, he looks imposing, but he's got that like look in him, like that look right there. Yeah. That look right there. He looks hungry, he looks motivated, he looks angry, he looks like a monster. And I think having someone like Eric Young with him, he's a very good talker, very notorious voice, especially in Impact Wrestling. I think that Eric Young has the ability to kind of elevate him in a similar way that Enzo did, or in a similar way that less so, but very similar way that Paul Heyman has done with Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman has done with Brock Lesnar. Like he could be the mouthpiece, and I think that's good for both of them. And again, Impact Wrestling right now still is a small pond. I think Big Cass can flourish, and who knows? He might be the one to take the Impact title off of Kenny Omega one day. and you build him up as a star. He's fairly young. He's entering the prime of his career, 34 years old. He's got a lot of good years left in him. So I'm I'm excited. I'm happy for him that he's back. It's good to see him back, and I think it's just going to be good. I think it's going to be a good thing. I think Impact is going to be better again for it. This is again one of those things. Impact is getting some notoriety. This is a good surprise, I think, for Impact to have on a pay-per-view.
It's one of those things like you mentioned earlier that's good for wrestling. To see it, you like feel good stories like this, you know, like he had a substance abuse problem. He had mental health issues, things like that. It's good to see him clean, healthy. He looked, like I said, he looks good. He looks focused. It's good to see him back like that. And with him and Enzo, I think that was one of the problems. Not saying that I didn't like him and Enzo together, but to see him menacing with such a jokester, you know what I mean? They were kind of like fun-loving, playful guys. I think he needs somebody like Eric Young, because Eric likes to play around too, but Eric is a nut. That's what Eric has been billed as, and I like this side.
Yeah, and when Eric Young is serious, dude, he can get serious. He can get very serious.
Oh yeah, and I think that's good for Cass.
Yeah, it's good for Cass. I'm excited to see what he does. Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.